Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. It's episode 752 or something by now, I'm sure, right?
Well, it's episode 40.
Oh, 40. You keeping track. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan.
And that's my husband, Alan Evans.
Yes.
And together we are A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Why are we called A Sandwich and Some Lovin', babe?
Well, Alan, you see, what I figured out on my own, this is such an original idea, that women are very complicated in relationships. We're always questioning things. We need reassurance. We need to communicate our feelings. We need to be validated. And a man, typically in a relationship, is happy if you just give him a sandwich and then give him a little lovin'. And that's basically why we came up with the title of this podcast. And boy, we thought long and hard about it too.
And that was... that was the birth of a podcast name.
That was.
We thought, what about it?
What?
We
thought long and hard about it. Because we came up with several different ideas, but that was the one that really stuck.
I think, wasn't Southern Magic one of them? We thought Southern Magic.
You were trying to...
no, I wasn't trying to do anything.
You were trying to combine something of me and something of you. I'm Southern and you like magic.
Yeah.
So I was right when I said that.
Yeah. Okay, we have right off the bat, babe, I'm going to say we have a conundrum. I am in a conundrum.
What's the conundrum?
Can you define the word conundrum?
In a quandary?
Yes, I'm in a quandary wrapped in an enigma, packaged in a quandary.
You're basically, you don't know what we're going to do?
No.
You're what's the word I'm looking for? Conflicted?
A little bit. Now, see, our podcast is suitable for most audiences.
Oh, we're not going to go rated R, are we?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
PG?
Well,
PG-13?
Let me talk about that.
Oh.
Our podcast is rated for most audiences.
Right.
Now, we also, as we record this podcast, some of you may or may not know, we also record on Facebook Live.
Right.
And when we record on Facebook Live, we can see the people who hop on and on to the podcast and listen.
I'm not looking at that.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You are. I'm not looking at that.
I saw a person hop on there that makes the old AE here think that he may need to be on his best behavior.
Oh.
That would be one Mrs. Connie Raspberry.
My mother's watching? Oh,
I just saw Connie Raspberry.
I thought you were going to already threaten to ban someone or block somebody.
No. Oh, no.
Okay, good.
No. If everybody left and it was just your mother, we would have to do the podcast just for your mother.
Right. That's right. Welcome, Connie Raspberry.
So your mom is on so she can see what a buffoon that you actually did marry, if she hasn't already figured that out yet.
I think she's already figured it out, honey.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
No, I'm teasing. Why are you taking that so personally?
Does your mom think I'm a buffoon?
No, Alan.
What about your dad?
Maybe. I don't know.
Babe, are you serious?
Come on, stop.
Oh, okay.
No.
Are you really? Are you joking?
What do your parents say about me? Do y'all have secret conversations about me behind my back?
No.
We don't have a conversation about you behind your back, as far as you know.
But you don't have to have a conversation behind someone's back to think they're a buffoon.
Baby, you're not a buffoon.
Okay. All right.
But I hope she wasn't here for your mic check tonight.
Oh, yeah. I think
you got to take that stuff into consideration, honey.
I think I did the mic check before she popped on.
I hope so.
Okay, so, babe,
we've got so much going on.
I've got a headache that would kill a billy goat.
Really?
And you know why? And I think my
daughter's calling me.
I took a leave. Is she?
What? She said nothing. She realized we're podcasting.
We're podcasting.
Is it important? Shut the door.
She's like,
you know what it probably was?
She wanted a squishy.
She wants to buy another squishy. This child had a lot of money. She's never spent any money in her piggy bank since she was a child. She is a child since she was a baby. She had hundreds and hundreds of dollars that she had saved. She has blown through all of it. She wanted an iPad, and she had, I thought, was a perfectly good iPad. It was the original, the OG. It was gifted to her by Auntie Crazy, but it was still hanging on. She said, I want another iPad. I said, well, that's what your birthday money's for. So she went and bought her own iPad. Good for her. Still had a lot of money left because, like I said, hadn't spent a dime. Birthdays, Christmases, whatever. Tooth Fairy money. Been saving it. She's now pretty much blown through all of it on squishies.
Yeah.
And I don't get it.
I don't either.
she tries to rationalize it that she knows some girls on YouTube or whatever that have 400 squishies.
It's the new Beanie Baby.
Yeah, and and I'm trying to understand because when I was a kid, I blew all my money on Duran Duran posters. So, and it was frivolous and silly, and I'm sure my parents thought I was wasting my money, but it was my money.
My thing was Star Wars and G.I. Joe.
So I have a hard time telling her she
and
can't.
He-Man.
Yeah, because it is her money,
Yeah.
But squishies, I just don't. At least it's not slime.
I don't get.
So glad we're past the slime.
I don't get the squishies.
Yeah. I wish I'd invented them.
But all that isn't the reason.
That's such a glorified stress ball.
But all that isn't the reason I have a headache.
Yeah, right.
As I was trying to confide in you a minute ago.
Sorry, my daughter yelling for me. I thought she was bleeding or something. I'm sorry.
The reason I have a splitting headache is because I think I'm just so pumped up with excitement.
All the blood is rushed to your brain?
All the blood is rushed to my brain. This has been a week unlike any other that I can ever remember in my life.
It was a lot.
And we're going to talk about some of that. But first, Bachelor recap?
We can go through it.
Or do you want to go through it? We're going to talk about it, or spring it on them?
We could just, you could do the lineup if you want, and then
All right,
we can knock it off one by one.
Okay, so a lot of stuff, guys. We got Bachelor recap. What a Bachelor week it's been.
I'm exhausted.
Oh my gosh, that's
emotionally
part of the reason I have a headache. We got a really good Ask Allen anything that came in today, so we're going to talk about that. We have been doing a little house hunting. So we're going to do a Sandwich and Some Lovin' House Hunters edition and what we've learned by house hunting, and then talk about something that we might have put an offer on.
Man, is it too late to sign up for one of those HGTV shows? That would have been awesome.
And then Kelly has got some really exciting things, and not just me. We got a lot going on. Kelly too. I mean, she's got
it's a lot
a
this
big
week.
event coming up tomorrow, and I'll let her talk about that. But it's really exciting with a company here in Plano. And then we are officially business owners, small business owners. So we'll talk about that as something that just went down officially about 2 or 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So that's all the stuff. So we won't spend a whole lot of time on The Bachelor, but you want to go through some of that?
Because it's all over. I mean, you can't open your laptop right now or turn on the TV, well, unless you're watching. Well, you probably are watching E like I am. But all the news is about Ari and how if I'm spoiling it for somebody, sorry,
spoiler alert.
It's over now. It's out of the bag.
Right.
Ari proposed to Becca, and then the minute he proposed, he started having buyer's remorse, for lack of a better term, and couldn't get Lauren out of his brain, and went back to dumped Becca, went back to Lauren.
Now remember, this is the same guy who told, there were 3 left. Mm-hmm. He told one woman that he was falling in love with her.
That was Kendall.
Told 2 others that he loved them.
Right.
I love you.
In love.
Right.
And not to be mean, but to I think the universe, Becca seemed like a better choice, only because she had a personality, seemed to have her act together, and spoke. That was the thing with Lauren. She never spoke, and yet somehow he fell in love with this girl that didn't have anything to say, which really, I think, we're telling little girls, develop your personality, stand on your own TV, be this dynamic person. But he picked someone that is like, basically, to me, fat-free, sugar-free vanilla ice cream. But that's okay. That's his choice, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing is it was so good to watch the 2-hour recap after the final rose on Tuesday night, because Becca, she has to play nice. She had already been committed to be the Bachelorette, so she can't badmouth the franchise. She's now part of the franchise. She's keep staying on it. But I like that they brought back some of the other contestants, especially that Becca Martinez, who doesn't sugarcoat anything. And
the short hair?
The short hair, cute as a button. She's 23 now. She was 22 on the show, which was highly controversial.
Worked on a pot farm?
Well, she was staying on a pot farm, yeah. When she
staying
disappeared.
On a pot farm.
Right. She just went there. Well, it's legal in California. I mean, I don't personally want to visit a pot farm, but anyway.
Are you just saying that because your mother's listening?
No, why would I go to a pot farm? Anyway, she was just calling him out as being manipulative, dishonest, and, just says what he needs to say, can't make up his mind, is so immature, and he's calling Becca out for being immature. And the thing that I don't get is this Lauren wants to keep her head buried so deep in the sand, she won't even watch the episode to see what he told Becca, how he so cold and callously, just there was no emotion in him, dumped her. It was just an awful, awful thing to witness. And then to find out last night he lied about the timeline.
Yeah.
He did not dump Becca until he had already been in communication with Lauren, and knew she was going to take him back. If Lauren was not going to take him back, he was going to stick it out with Becca.
Yeah.
That guy is a creep. And I'll tell you what, if you want to see something really great, because Kelly Ripa, I want to stand up and give her one of those slow clap standing ovations, because Ari and Lauren are required to do a certain amount of media before they fly away to escape all this madness. By the way, Lauren still hasn't watched it, even after today.
What did Kelly Ripa do? Give him the Heisman?
Kelly Ripa went after it.
Oh, she went after him?
She called them both out. She said to Ari, what is wrong with you? She said to Lauren, I want to know what is wrong with you. It is so great. I linked it. If you don't want to worry about finding it, go to my Facebook page, and I've got the link there. And you can, it's 5 minutes of your life. You're going to really, Kelly Ripa, mad props for calling them out for being ridiculous. And you know what else I found out today? Because I watched a little recap of Jimmy Kimmel last night, because after the final rose, they went straight from there to Jimmy Kimmel. He was just talking about what they've been doing, how they've been seeing each other for 2.5 months, and now they're engaged. And she said, yes. He said, well, were you surprised when he proposed? Well, not really, because we've been talking about it. They'd already been planning the wedding. Jimmy Kimmel said, well, have y'all been out to... They haven't even been out to a restaurant together. These two have not been out to a restaurant together, and they have planned their wedding.
Yeah.
I'm just livid about the whole situation. And I have no dog in this race. Is that the right way you say it?
Yeah, I don't either.
No horse in this race. I have no pig in this race. I have no goat in this race. I have no reason to care, but I care. Thank you for letting me rant, honey.
No, that's fine. I kind of echo all of that.
It was fun watching you get into it.
Well, it was just so awful.
It was awful.
Awful the way he went about dumping his fiance. Like she was just nothing, like she was trash.
He was so callous. Oh, babe. I called it classless on Twitter. Did you see? I had no idea. Okay. So I was live tweeting I didn't live tweet most of The Bachelor. It was so stinking boring except for the last 2 nights. And one of my tweets made it on the local ABC News, Channel 8 News. And
I sent you a video. Did you get the video?
Well, I'm talking about the Channel 8 local news.
I sent you that video. Was it?
No.
I sent you. Oh,
right.
Sorry.
So this is the local news
Yeah.
after the first night. Well, then on Good Morning America, Wednesday morning, after the final rose, my tweet was on Good Morning America.
Kelly Raspberry Evans.
Saying how this was classless for them to show this on. It was really quick. I was just so...
But they flashed it up there real big.
They didn't say this is Kelly Raspberry. They said,
but you could see her name.
Yeah, they could see my name. They just said, like viewers were really upset. This was classless. That was mine.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
Yeah, that was cool, babe.
That was cool. That made up for my... the emotions I went through, the emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's not just me that's irrationally upset. I don't know why we are. I think we're just so mad at Lauren too. It's like it's not really her fault to a point, except for the fact that she's keeping her head buried in the sand.
Right.
I understand she thinks she's in love with this doofus, but you got to open your eyes and see what really happened and make an educated and informed decision instead of, I'm just not going to look, because if I don't look and pretend it didn't happen, I can continue to live in this fantasy world.
You think she'll ever watch that video? Ever?
She's going to have to.
At some point, she'll see
She's
it.
going to have to. It's just foolish.
At some point, she will see
foolish. But anyway, that's our Bachelor recap.
Very, very foolish. Entertaining, though. Very entertaining.
It was. And I
Hard to watch.
I winced. It was none of my business.
But entertaining.
And I watched, yeah.
And there was a lot of hooting and hollering for Ari, and it turns out that was his family.
Yeah, it was the most tepid. When they got engaged, you could the smattering of applause. And I was like, there was a few people hooting and hollering. I'm like, who is hooting for this mess? They must be paid audience members. Flash over to Ari and Lauren's families.
Well,
So I'm sure they're all thrilled.
I guess the last thing we'll say about this, or I'll say about it, is I will be tuning in to see Becca as the Bachelorette.
You're a big fan.
Big fan of Becca. I don't know. I think she'll make a good Bachelorette.
I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't typically get into the Bachelorettes. It's not as interesting watching a bunch of men. I don't know.
Talk about a bunch of doofuses.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just different.
Yeah.
But I'll watch.
Yeah.
I might tweet again because now I'm tweeter famous.
You're very, well, you're famous anyway, babe, but you're very tweeter famous now. But the only reason I watched this season of The Bachelor is because you watched.
Yeah.
Like, the TV was on, so then I just sat there and started watching.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have watched.
You didn't get into it until the end, but I'm glad you did. It was fun to do it. I like watching TV with you and getting passionate about a show with you. That's why I want to pick a Netflix show or something we can watch together.
I was live tweeting too, but not as many people were interacting with mine.
Well, I'll start tagging you so they'll know you're on there too.
That's how I got started on Twitter. Remember that? Yeah, you said you should start live tweeting, and I forgot what the event was. But anyway, it was a couple of years ago. I didn't join Twitter until like 2 years ago.
Well, maybe we should both live tweet The Bachelorette. That'd be something fun we can do together. We can watch TV while on our phones together.
But I remember
that's romance.
I remember I started tweeting. I have one follower, and then you felt so sorry for me. You went out there and said, "Hey, everybody, my boyfriend, he's trying to do some live tweeting. Will somebody go out there and follow him?"
And you got some?
I had like about 100 people.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah,
that was a nice little boost.
So yeah. All right, babe. Well, speaking of helping each other out,
yeah.
Why don't we?
Which one are we gonna do here?
Why don't we?
Why don't we do?
Why don't we talk
one?
about how? Yeah, sure.
While we're lying in bed, live tweeting the Bachelorette when it comes back, you know what we're going to be lying on?
Well, wait a minute.
What?
And speaking of lying in bed, you took a photograph of us last night in bed.
Yes, lying on our Brooklinen sheets.
It's on your Instagram. So if they want to see Brooklinen sheets, they can see a picture of them on your Instagram.
It's kind of a dark picture, but you can make them out. But they are wonderful bedding we got. It's an online bedding company, which is really great because when you shop online, you cut out the middleman and those unnecessary markups. Most bedding is marked up as much as 300% at department stores. But brooklinen.com, the people that founded the company, said, why can't we have beautiful bedding for less? And there's got to be a better way. And online was the way they decided to do it. And we're really glad they did. Beautiful and comfortable, babe, because you spend 1/3 of your life in bed. And some of us more, some of us less, depending on how much you sleep. Yeah. But Brooklinen Sheets, they are the winner of the best of online bedding in that category by Good Housekeeping. So this is really good stuff. And they have patterns you can mix and match if you want to be a little bit more adventurous and put, polka dots with stripes or whatever you want to do. You have to try these sheets. They're luxury quality sheets without that luxury price. Complements any decor. That it really does. And brooklinen.com has an offer just for our listeners. You get $20 off and free shipping when you use the promo code SANDWICH at brooklinen.com. And Brooklinen's so confident they offer a risk-free 60-night satisfaction guarantee and a lifetime warranty in all their sheets and comforters. Comforters too, don't forget that. That's because most people sleep at night. That's right. Yeah. The only way to get $20 off and free shipping, use the promo code SANDWICH at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com, promo code SANDWICH. Thank you, baby. And Brooklinen are the best sheets ever. No, I just have to jump in there. I'm glad you did. No, you'll just do the whole spot. Plowing through. Yeah, you'll do the whole spot. Plowing through. And just remember, speaking of spots, we're proud to bring you this podcast 95% commercial free. All right, babe. 95% commercial free. That's just something I thought I'd throw out there. I think it's time for a segment that we call Bum. I've asked Alan. Alan answers. What is it? Al. Bum. How's it go? Ask Alan. Alan answers anything. Is that right? Uh-huh. Ask Alan. Okay. Alan answers anything. Is that right? Yes. Okay. From the top. Bum. Ask Alan. Alan answers anything. Sounds very familiar to me. So we might be sued for, what do they call it? For stealing the music. That's things? Your bit. Oh, okay. What are you going to do? Sue us? Myself. You're going to sue us? All right. So here is a letter from our listener. She says her name's Leslie. I won't say her last name in case she wants to protect her identity. And there's probably more than one Leslie listening. She says, I am currently single and date sometimes somewhat Bumble active. Let me state here, I absolutely do not want you guys to get into politics on your podcast.
Which we don't.
I get the impression you guys don't want to go there, and I completely respect and like that. Here's my question, though. I think most people agree that we are in a politically divided climate currently, and I was wondering, do you think you can have a successful relationship if someone's is of a different political mindset? I confess to being of a strong political mindset. These lines are really close together, so it's hard for me to read. All right.
I'm just cruising along here,
maybe
babe.
it's an
Do the best I
answer
can.
of maybe someone can, but it's not for me. I guess I just want your guys' opinion on this and maybe some tips on how someone should approach dating if they too are like me. A couple of side notes. I've listened to you for a long time. And a few years ago, I moved to Minnesota for my family. I miss having the gang on the radio. She listens to the radio too, honey. And I must muddle through with the app. So thanks for that. And she also loves seeing us all more active on social media. Aw.
Okay.
All right, Leslie. So you want to know about, is it possible to date someone who is so opposite of you politically? I guess it depends on just how important
is this
politics
an Ask Allen
are
anything,
you.
or is this an Ask Kelly?
Well, she said in parentheses, and Kelly. I just left that part out.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, babe.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go
It's
ahead.
Ask Allen.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. And
No, it's Ask Allen. I'm just the side notes. Go ahead. You're right. I'm just so used to answering questions.
No,
it's a habit.
I'm kidding. You should.
No, it's your question.
Okay.
Initially.
So the main question is she said she has a strong political leaning. She didn't say which way, and that doesn't even matter.
Right, it doesn't.
But she's into politics, so she's a politico. She probably watches the news and follows politics. Mm-hmm. Probably votes. Probably is very passionate about.
I bet she even voted in the local elections.
She did?
I bet she did.
Oh, okay.
She's
you're saying
that active.
You're saying you bet she did. Okay. So just given this information that she's given us, I think this is going to be tough for her if she was, just say hypothetically, she was a very, very conservative person. Politically conservative. Mm-hmm. Very politically conservative. Mm-hmm. Financially conservative. Socially conservative. Conservative as far as her spiritual beliefs and religious beliefs, and then she were to meet a guy on Bumble who she had no idea until they started talking about current issues and things going on in the world, that this man was a
flaming liberal,
right, left-wing liberal. Now, he's a politico too, so he is very passionate, and this is what she says in the letter, if two of these same types of people, in my opinion... that's going to be tough.
It'll be tough.
That's going to be
doable.
It's doable, but that's going to be tough because in my opinion, I think that political beliefs, in a lot of ways, they align strongly with some of those internal values that you have in your spiritual beliefs. A lot of times, and those are things I think are hard to work through if you have somebody trying to convince you of the other side.
Right.
I don't know, really. I hope I'm answering the question, but say Kelly and I met, and in our case, our beliefs and our political leanings, which we don't get into politics on this podcast because that's not what this podcast is about. We both have strong political beliefs that we talk about with one another a lot. We talk about those things a lot, but just with one another. But we tend to be aligned in that area. And that also goes with our spiritual beliefs, our financial beliefs, our beliefs about government and how involved government should be, and so on and so forth. So for us, it was pretty easy. There wasn't a lot of debate that we had on social issues.
I don't like to debate politics, even with people. I just don't like to debate politics. I think you can be friends with people who are politically opposite of you.
Absolutely.
But the thing I had a problem with during one particular heated presidential campaign is when a friend of mine was so opposed and would yell at me and like demonize almost. I felt like he was demonizing me because I didn't believe the way he believed. There was a time when you could disagree with someone and it didn't make them the devil. But now, I think it's because of social media. It's either all or nothing. You can't just have a healthy disagreement anymore. So if you do get involved with someone who is so opposed to you, I would just make that completely off limits. I think that's really hard if you're really passionate about politics. Personally, I'm not that passionate about politics. I know how I feel about things, but I don't want to debate it. And sometimes Alan gets really fired up about certain political areas that I'm not really that passionate about, but I listen, and I don't sit there and try to tell him he's wrong or you need to do this. I just listen and let him sometimes vent to me. But then again, we're on the same page. I'm not listening to someone. I'm not having to listen to you vent about things that
you totally believe against. Right.
So it's hard. But I remember, I don't remember their names at this moment, but remember that couple that one was a Republican and one was a Democrat and one worked for the Clintons and one worked for the Bushes, I want to say. Mm-hmm. And they were very famous. He's got that real Southern guy with a bald head. Mm-hmm. Remember them?
Yeah.
I can't remember their names right now. And they're still married and they made it work. And their jobs were to bash the other side. You just have to keep it out of your home.
If it was going to work, and that's a great example you gave about...
I can't remember their names right now. I'm so sorry.
If it was going to work and work smoothly, James Carville.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And whatever her name is his wife.
Mary Madeline.
I don't know.
If it was going to work... And here's what... I'll give you a hot sports opinion. Here's not a political opinion, but just an opinion in general about viewpoints. I think another thing that is dividing people today, and it doesn't matter what side you're on, people will hear an opinion that is the opposite of their opinion, and it's automatically wrong just because it's the other side's opinion. The other side has as much right as you have to express that opinion.
Right.
And they can express it all they want. Just like I can express mine all I want. And that's part of why we're Americans, right? That's your First Amendment right to be able to do that. I think what's happening, and now we are talking politics, but I think what's happening in today's climate is there are groups of people, again, doesn't matter what side you're on, but there are groups of people who will express their opinion and then they're told, no, you can't say that. You cannot say that. And that's not true. You can say that.
You can say that, but I think you're never going to convince somebody to come to your side if you are yelling at them, telling them they're idiots, telling them they are anti-American, telling them they're anti-anything, and demonizing that person. If that's the way you're approaching them, you're never going to get somebody to come to your side. If you approach them logically with facts that are verified, and you can have a discussion, you might be able to make somebody say, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. Thank you I'm going to go and look into that and learn more. That's a much more healthy approach than just telling somebody, it's horrible the way people treat each other when it comes to politics right now.
You're full of crap and you're going to hell.
You're never going to yell at
whatever.
me.
Yeah.
You're never going to yell at me and get me to agree with one thing you say, because I just automatically, and then I'm like, I have to remember, not everybody who believes opposite of what I believe is that angry and horrible.
Right.
So anyway, that's all. I mean, it can be done. It's doable. But there has to be ground rules, no name calling. But man, it sure would be a lot easier if you just keep swiping until you find somebody that agrees with you.
Yeah. I don't know about you, babe, but when I was dating,
it never came up for me.
It came up for me, and I ran into people and dated people who had opposite political views than I had, and I never thought it was a problem. Personally,
we never talked about it. But you also probably weren't dating them during an election year.
Well, that could be part of it.
We were dating during the election year. That could be part of it. Yeah.
But it never was a problem to me, because even though I align with maybe one political viewpoint, I've never had a problem listening to what someone else has to say, as long as they're making intelligent points and they have an opinion that's backed by facts, and I don't mind listening to that. I really don't. It's when I'm told, well, you can't say that, or you need to be quiet because you just can't say that. That's where it starts to get a little.
No, I get what makes me laugh is I'll be, people be like, oh, I love you, I've listened to you for years, and then I'll say, well, I voted Republican. I'm never listening to you again. That's what I love. Everything, no matter what relationship we've had for years. Oh, you're funny. I love your advice or something. Oh, you voted Republican? Mm-hmm. I'm out. So I don't understand that either. So that's all we need to really say about that. Without discussing politics, we ended up discussing politics.
Yeah, but it's more about in a relationship. How do you communicate with somebody that has different political views. Kelly's advice was, well, tread lightly, be careful, and I agree with that.
But if you're that passionate about it, you need to find somebody.
You need to find somebody
that.
you're aligned with politically. Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one, though. I saw that, and I was like, wow, that was a really good one.
All right.
Well,
let's move on to something less touchy.
Yeah. We've been doing a lot of house hunting lately.
Well, no, we really haven't, honestly.
Yeah, we have.
Not a lot.
Yeah, we have.
No.
We've been looking for a house for
less
months.
than a month.
Months.
No.
Why do I talk like this?
I don't know. We really haven't.
But
because I have house hunted before where I look at 100 houses because you never can find exactly what you're looking for. This happened very quickly.
And this is where Kelly and I are a little different. Kelly, how can I say this? I am a lot more, if I see something I like, and I've done some comparison shopping, go for it. Okay, you like it? Are you going to find another one? Maybe not. I think Kelly's a little different in that way. You're more, let's take it really slow. Let's think about this. Let's maybe, well, what if something? It's kind of not drag it out, but let's just
think about it.
Cross our T's and dot our I's, and just
let's see if there's something else.
Yeah. So we've been doing some house hunting for the last month.
About a month, yeah.
And
went to about 4 open houses, maybe.
Yeah, we went into this one open house, and we're recording from Plano, Texas, USA, God's country.
Yeah.
And we're looking for a house in Plano, same area. And we went to an open house. It was a beautiful, beautiful house. And we ran into the agent that was in the house, and we looked around for a little while. But it was one of those houses that was laid out really, really nice. But
every room needed updating.
Yeah, I'm handy, but I ain't that handy. So we decided, no, this wasn't going to work for us. But we did meet a really nice person there. And her name is?
Linda Wasserman.
Linda Wasserman is our realtor who's helping us.
Yeah, she's helping us, and she's been really great. And, we told her at the time, we're not seriously looking. We're just seeing what's available because we're not really ready to move right now. And less than a month later, we're moving.
Okay, but backstory here. Even before I moved, people are like, well, you guys already moving? You just moved in. Even before I moved in with Kelly into the house that we're in now, the Evans Estate, formerly known as Raspberry Manor,
right,
which is a beautiful home. Beautiful home. There's nothing wrong with this house. But even before I moved in here, Kelly and I talked about it a lot. We said, hey, okay, you're going to move in. We're going to see how it works with the children.
Give it about a year.
And we'll just see how it goes.
See what we can live with, what we can live without, what we can make work, what absolutely doesn't work.
And what we learned over the last 9 months or so is that it became painfully apparent that having 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls,
113 and 111,
share one bathroom.
It's not working.
Was not going to work.
Yeah.
It also became painfully apparent when I decided to leave the corporate world and start my own thing and work from home that we just needed some more office space. Yeah, and Kelly needs some too.
Yeah, I didn't realize I needed one because I was just using the kitchen table.
Yeah.
And it was a disaster zone, but now you need a space, I need a space. The kids, especially the girls, need their own bathrooms. And, with 4 kids, we thought, well, it'd be really nice if I've never had a pool in my life.
Me either. Yeah,
and
me either.
I've been alive a while, and I've never had a pool.
I've been alive just about as long.
A lot of people have big opinions about pools, but we thought it'd be really good with all the kids to have a pool in the summer. And so basically that. I was also hoping to find something with a bigger laundry room. Mm-hmm. Didn't really find that. We're gonna make this house had 90% of the boxes checked for what we were looking for.
And we wanted a 3-car garage.
Right.
For more cars and storage.
Well, we each have a car, and then you have your slingshot toy.
Yeah. Those were the boxes that we needed checked. So check office, check every kid's going to have their own bathroom.
The boys will share, but they don't care.
They don't care.
The girls will have their own bathroom.
The girls have their own bathroom, pool, office. You can have your own office, and then throw in a little bonus here. The new house has a media room.
I never thought I wanted a media room.
Guys.
But this is really cool.
It is bad A.
It's really cool.
It's got, I don't know, it's like 100-inch screen or something.
I don't know. We need to get out the tape measure.
It's ridiculous.
It's pretty cool.
It is very cool and has like those movie chairs, and it has a
big projector thing.
Not a kitchen, not a kitchen, but
it's got like a little mini fridge.
Mini fridge.
They might take that with them though.
No, it's attached to the house.
The mini fridge?
I don't know.
I don't think. It doesn't matter.
I don't think they're taking a mini fridge. Anyway, media room. So, and it's about a mile from our current house.
So McKellie's really happy. My daughter wanted to stay in the same school district, so that worked out. It's going to be
cul-de-sac.
It's a cul-de-sac. I've always dreamed of living on a cul-de-sac.
Outdoor shower.
Yeah, from the pool. So there's a lot of really fun things about the house. This house has been great, and it served its purpose when I bought it. It was before I ever even met Alan. I wasn't even dating anyone at the time, but I guess it's the power of visualization, the laws of attraction. I bought this house with the vision that I was going to put a husband and some children in it, and that's what I did.
And you did it.
I just didn't realize it was going to be a husband and 4 children. So it was just we just need a bigger house.
I really like this house though, and I was telling Kelly last night, or I've said it a few times, like over the last 4 or 5 years of my life, every time I start to get comfortable somewhere, then I either have to move or I end up moving. We are not moving again. I don't want to move anymore. We will not move until the youngest, who is 5, is off to college, probably. Gosh, I hope so. I hope so. We're just I can't do this again. It's very emotional for me. You handle things a lot differently than I do. I've been a little bit of a bee lately because I'm very stressed and I worry. Every time I've ever bought a house, I haven't bought like 50 houses, but my first house, I'd be in the fetal position on the floor, just, what am I doing? What am I doing? And I feel the same way every time. So I promised Alan I'm excited. This is going to be a great house, and I'm going to be positive. There's been a lot of stomach gurgling. My stomach has been talking. We were talking. I don't know what is happening. We had a meeting with our CPA, our tax person today. And Kelly's stomach was going crazy in this. It was like, and it's long and loud. And it's just, I don't know. I've literally got bubble guts. And sonar ping gut. Gosh. Nonstop. But it's going to be okay. It was doing all kinds of weird stuff. It's going to be okay because we're going to sell this house. We're not going to have 2 mortgages. I tell you what. Babe, this house is going to sell fast. I know. It's getting it ready to sell. This. And so now it's been the mad scramble to see how fast we can get the house on the market. It's just been a stressful week. Yeah. What was I just going to say? Yeah, Kelly, I know what I was going to say. Kelly has made a lot of nice improvements to this house over the years, too. So there's not going to be no problem selling this. No problem. She put in a new kitchen, remodeled the kitchen. There's an outdoor pergola. It's a great house. It's got Pella windows. It's got... I didn't do that. They were here. Yeah, it's got window coverings that were all custom made. Some of them were here when I got here. A lot of stuff about this house is great. We'll miss this house, but we'll love our new house even better. But I will tell you this. We're going to be eating at home a lot more. And I already told the kids, remember how we were going to go on vacation this summer? This is your vacation. We're going the backyard, go 5 steps out that door, there's your vacation in the pool. Because, that's just the way it's going to be for a little while. Well, it's a nice house, and hopefully we spend a lot of time there. We will. And you know what we're going to spend a lot of time doing? Like I said, eating at home, which is really great because we have blueapron.com. Yeah. To thank for making it so easy for us to do that, because we do love a restaurant experience. I love a restaurant experience. It's one of my favorite things in the world. But with blueapron.com, you're getting restaurant quality meals. It's like it's being prepared in the back by a chef that you never see, except you're doing it yourself. And you can do this. You can do this because it's step-by-step instructions. Even you can do this. Even I can do this. And these meals, you think, I'm too busy to do something so complicated. It's not, because like I said, step-by-step, the exact ingredients you need. We're talking less than 45 minutes. You can do the 2-person meal plan, the family meal plan. They have a wine plan, and I'm going to be needing that. Get out of here. Yes. Order it. And some of the upcoming meals, I don't even know what I'm saying. Quick bucatini with broccoli and pecorino cheese. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It sounds great. How about Italian-style shrimp and sweet pepper, babe? I know what that is. Parmesan-crusted steaks with mashed potatoes and broccoli.
But here's the thing. Let's say they have seafood. Like every week the menu changes based on what's seasonal. Say, I don't like seafood. You can switch it out. You're not stuck getting food you don't like. Duh. There's a reason why Blue Apron is the leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S. and why we love them. And if you want to try them, which we highly recommend.
Yeah, they're treating our listeners, our Sandwich and Lovin' listeners, to $30 off your first order if you visit blueapron.com/sandwich.
Yeah, so go there and check out this week's menu, and you can get your $30 off at blueapron.com/sandwich because Blue Apron is a better way to cook.
It's a better way to cook.
And we're going to save some money staying home.
Well, I'll tell you what, in this new kitchen you've got, you ought to see this kitchen.
It was a chef's kitchen. The lady that, the husband and wife that had this house, she's a chef from what I understand, and she totally, same thing I did remodel the kitchen and made it.
It's beautiful.
It's crazy.
It has a Viking range. It's got a 6-burner Viking range.
I don't even know what to do with that. I'm going to have to Blue Apron.
And if you've never heard of Viking, a Viking range is like a Mercedes car.
Yeah, it's really
right?
nice.
It's like a really nice range.
Now we just bragging on our
bragging on our
Viking
on
range.
our hood. What do you hood? No,
on our
crib.
Hizzy.
Hizzy? What's a hizzy?
Well, that's what Snoop Dogg used to call it. Up in the hizzy, up in the house.
Did you just pull a
Snoop Dogg reference? Yes, I did.
Who was it? There was a local newscaster who called him Snoop Doggy Dog, or
well, Snoop Doggy Dog. Remember that song?
No, but she referred to him as Snoop Doggy Dog, and he's just Snoop, right?
Snoop Dogg
or Snoop Dogg.
He's whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's like Diddy, P Diddy, Puff Daddy,
Puffy,
Puff.
What's
Sean
Combs?
Yeah.
What's his name now?
I think he's Diddy now.
Oh, he's Diddy now?
I think he's just Diddy.
Is he still friends with Biggie?
Isn't Biggie dead?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, babe. So that's new house talk. Is there anything else we wanted to talk?
Well, I got something another thing that's on my plate this morning, but it's exciting and yet.
Oh yeah,
and yet I'm kind of scared. I know I talk on the radio and do the podcast for a living, and that's one thing because I know people are listening, but I'm not looking at them listening, and so it's, public speaking is a huge, huge fear of mine, and people are shocked to hear that. So I've always said no to public speaking. However, the few times I've said it, I've instantly regretted it because it just makes me sick, physically sick for like 3 days before I have to do it. But anyway, I went to an event at Capital One. They have a campus in Plano, Texas, and Ariana Huffington was speaking, and I was lucky enough to be invited to go.
Hold on, I'll pick that up for you.
What am I picking up? She was speaking, and I was invited to go.
Here.
Oh, people hear famous people speak all the time.
There you go.
Anyway, so I was invited to go.
Kelly dropped a dime.
And when I was checking in, this lovely girl checking me in, lovely lady, she said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're standing here because we were just talking about you. We've got International Women's Day coming up, which happens to be March 9th. Wait, March 8th. What's today? March 8th is Women's Day.
Today is the 7th.
So March 8th. So this was months ago. March 8th, International Women's Day, and we want you to be the keynote speaker." And I said, "No." I said, I'm sorry. I really appreciate it. And I thank you so much for asking. But the thought of standing up and having to give a keynote speech and keep everybody's attention for 30, 40 minutes, I was already getting tongue-tied even thinking about it. She said, "Well, I'll tell you what we could do. We could make it more of a Q&A. I was like, Q&A I can do all day long. You ask me a question, I'll answer it. I can do that. It's the idea of having to stand there, have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and having a point. That's what I can't quite get my head around.
Yeah.
It's hard. So anyway, it's tomorrow, and the theme is Press for Progress. And, with so many things going on with women in the workplace right now, the Me Too movement, the Time's Up movement, and things are going on. Things are really shifting for women right now. It's a very interesting and exciting time to be a woman in the business world. Mm-hmm. And it's not about, like, International Women's Day is not about man bashing. I'm not a fan of man bashing. I believe there are some very bad men in this world. I believe there's some very bad women in this world. But I think the good men and the good women can work together, and the good men can say, look, the women have been held back for so long. Let's help them. Let's all push together for progress. So I'm going to be telling my story about being a woman in radio, which is traditionally a very male-dominated industry. And hopefully it'll it'll speak to some people, I'll just answer the questions that are asked, and hopefully it'll be good. And if I can make somebody laugh, that's my greatest joy.
Kelly's going to do great. She's going to do really great. This is a internal event for Capital One, which is a huge company. Kelly said, they're based here in Plano, Texas.
It's their Plano campus, yes.
Yeah, and they are going to have, we were told, between 400 and 500 people live at the event, but then they will also stream this event to some of their other locations in the U.S. So, yeah, we're excited that Capital One.
I'm very honored they asked.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
I'm honored anytime anybody asks me to speak. I really am, and I hope they just understand sometimes when I say no. But, hey, if you want me to speak at your event and it's a Q&A, I'm there.
But here's what's different now. Since Kelly and I have been married, she's going to be saying yes to a lot more stuff. We're going to throw her in.
What do you mean?
We're going to... Oh, we can talk about that.
Wait, what?
Like what we talked about last week?
I was joking.
Like what we talked about last week?
Is it dirty? I don't know what we talked about. I have a little bit of Hashimoto's.
You have Hashimoto's. No, yeah, Kelly just, I think she just needs a little more, not experience, but you just got to do live events to become more comfortable doing live events.
I guess. I'm the type of person, I'll admit it, I need to be pushed. I'm the type of person that needs to be pushed. When I was in Florence, South Carolina doing radio there, and I loved Florence, South Carolina. It was my home. All my family was there. The guy I was crushing on was there. I had a radio job there, and I was happy there. But this guy I was working with pushed me to audition for this job in Dallas with a man named Kid Craddock, who I had never heard of before, and it ended up changing my life. But everything I've ever done, I've had to be pushed. And so that's your job now as my professional pusher, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I can push.
Yeah, I might push back sometimes. I might go kicking and screaming, but I know it's for a good cause.
No, here's what I told Kelly though, and to try to give her some motivation or confidence. But I used to work a corporate job. I did it for 15 years, and I used to do a lot of presentations, and they were all live presentations, and I would do them in different cities around the U.S., and they were always in front of between 500 and 1,000 people would be out in the audience, and they would run off teleprompters, and there was a big dog and pony show behind me and blah, 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 blah.
And were you scared?
The first year I was part of this team that did these presentations, I literally was dry heaving behind the stage.
That's awful.
I wanted to throw up so bad that I couldn't throw up. I was so nervous. I was shaking. I was sweating. It was terrifying. And then the next year, and I was horrible the first year. The second year, I was a little better. The third year, fourth year, I did this for almost 15 years.
So you could do it in your sleep by the end.
And by, year 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I loved it. It was just one of those things that gave you a rush. It was fun, trying to give people good information, but then also entertain. It was challenging, It's
very challenging.
So that's what I was trying to tell Kelly. And Kelly, a lot of people think, well, Kelly's on the radio. You wouldn't have any problem talking in front of people. It's a lot different. It is a lot different when you're in front of a live audience. And Kelly knows this. But I was just trying to tell her, hey, look, it's just a matter of getting you out there. And let's do some more of these things. Because they're really fun when over time they get to be where you get like a rush doing them.
I envy, especially women speakers who can get up there and they don't just stand behind a podium. They're white knuckling the podium. They walk around. They're engaging. They're funny. I envy them so much, and I want to be more like that.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually. We're going to start baby steps Q&A, and
it's going to be sooner than later, babe.
It's not pushing me.
Should we, since we're talking about this, should we talk about this just real quick and how that ties in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, Kelly and I, just this week, well, we've been working on this for a while now, especially since I started working from home, but we have been taking the steps necessary to start our own company. So hashtag not an ad, hashtag not a commercial. I'm just telling you what's going on.
Tell us what's going on.
I'm just telling you what's going on. But we started our own company, and we just kind of finished the last thing we needed to do today to go out and say, okay, we have a company. And our company, the name of the company is called K&A Media.
For Kellie and Allen.
For Kellie and Allen.
We're not really creative.
Or K&A, Kanda. It could be called Kanda Media.
Kanda Media.
But anyway, this is our new company. We'll have a lot more information about it. But what our company is going to do is help other companies with their marketing, help other companies with their social media. And then like Kelly is helping Capital One with this event, that's where we can help in the future. And that's where we will help other companies in the future, is if they need media services or speaking services, or they want to do photo shoots, or they want an on-location podcast, or they want Kelly to do social media or me to do whatever it is, mostly marketing, social media, communications, PR related activities. So that's what K&A Media is going to grow into. But we had to set up a company LLC. We had to meet with some lawyers. We had to have lots of meetings about what we wanted it to look like and feel like. We had to get a logo, and
it's a cute logo.
Yeah, I haven't shown it to anybody yet, but
is that one we're going to go with?
I think that's one we're going to go with.
I like it.
It's cute. But yeah, more to come on that. But that's our little side hustle we got going on. And I've also received some questions. Well, Kelly's moving, and y'all are starting a company. Where is she going anywhere?
No.
She is not going anywhere.
As with any small business starting out, the money isn't exactly
We're starting off
flowing.
small. Yeah, we're starting off small.
Right. So.
So
Mama still got to work.
Mama's still getting up early and doing her awesome thing.
I have no
Kid Morning Show.
intention of leaving the radio until they say, Kelly, you got to go now. You know how everybody was screaming at Ari through the TV, just leave. That's what they're going to have to scream at me to get me to leave the radio.
Yeah. So by the time that they are screaming at you,
I'll be like, why?
You'd be like, peace out. Well, no, you gotta peace out, my brother. I got this other side hustle going on.
It's gonna be a hard day if that day ever comes.
That's not gonna happen.
Next year is my 25th anniversary on this radio show that I do called the Kid Morning Show, and I told them I want a party. I'm not lying. 25 years, I want a party.
You better get a party.
I better get a party.
Years.
I want a party with cake.
Boss man George better not just give you what do they give 25-year people at companies?
Oh, no. It's a silver anniversary if you're married.
Crystal, you get a little crystal triangle with the company logo in it or something?
No, I want somebody famous there, and I want surprises. I love surprises when I don't know that.
I thought you hated surprises.
I hate surprises when somebody tells me you're getting a surprise. I like surprises when I don't know I'm getting surprised, and suddenly I'm surprised. That's my favorite kind of surprise.
Okay.
But we're now officially small business owners, which is really great that we have the service of stamps.com at our disposal.
Oh, good one, babe.
I'm serious,
good
though.
Point.
It's not just, I'm serious because I know a lot of our listeners, they're small business because they sell things out of their homes or whatever. And the cost of mailing has gone up. You know, postage went up, and if you're just sending out not necessarily big packages, but the price of a first class stamp has gone up. With the stamps.com, you get 2016 prices, right? That's one really money saver there.
You know, and a lot of small businesses too, they don't ever close. They're doing business at all hours of the night.
That's right.
Stamps.com never closes. It's 24/7.
The post office, those people have to go home.
Right.
But with stamps.com, it's any letter, any package, any international, you can do that with stamps.com as long as you have a computer and a printer and this wonderful digital scale we're about to tell you about, because you'll never have to guess about how much it costs. It'll tell you exact U.S. postage, and then the mailman picks it up, or mailwoman, mail person.
I think
they'll pick it up from you.
I think mailman is fine.
So, I mean, it's such a time saver, especially as a small business owner. You don't have to hang that "I'll be back in 30 minutes" sign up on the door ever again, because they'll pick it up from you. Stamps.com is convenient. It's easy, reliable, efficient. It's a better way to go.
Stamps.com.
Yeah, we use Stamps.com because as a small business owner, it's just a time saver and ultimately a money saver. And right now, you can enjoy the Stamps.com service with a very special offer that includes
a 4-week trial plus postage, babe, and a digital scale.
That digital scale is what you need.
Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in sandwich.
That's Stamps.com, and our code is sandwich because we are a sandwich and some lovin'.
That's right. Those are some good offers tonight. Really nice offers tonight. But yeah, that's good. As small business owners, we are taking advantage, and we'll take advantage more of Stamps.com.
Yes, we are.
That is for sure. Well, babe, how are we doing on time?
Well, I don't know exactly, but I know that I need to get a good night's rest.
Yeah.
I need a good night's rest because I've got to do my radio show in the morning, And I've got to do this Capital
And then
One
you have the Capital
Press
One
for Progress for International Women's Day.
You're going to press for
Yay,
progress.
women.
And we're
and men who support women and love women. And we support men who are good to women. Yay.
I'm going to be there. As one of these supportive men, I will be at the event.
Thank you, baby.
I'll be capturing some photos for social media. I'll be posting some pictures. If y'all, Kelly will be really tied up. She's going to be very busy, but I will, if you want to follow me to see what Kelly's doing at this event, you can follow my social media. I'll be posting some stories on Instagram.
You mean Instagram?
Yeah. And some pictures. And also the hashtags for the event. Did we mention those? Hashtag Press for Progress?
Press for Progress.
Yeah. And Capital One.
And
hashtag Capital One. Hashtag Capital One Partner is the one that you tagged today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go to my Instagram.
Or you can see Kelly's Instagram.
That's the easiest.
Well,
it's just Kelly Raspberry.
However you like to do it. Okay. Well, good stuff, babe.
Thanks, baby. Thanks for
fun.
organizing tonight's show, because I've been busy cleaning bathrooms and decluttering countertops, and you've been even more busy than me, but tonight was my night to get some stuff done, and I need to go rest and meditate for my big day tomorrow.
Did you mention we have the photographer coming tomorrow?
That's why we're decluttering.
Yeah, we're decluttering because the photographer is going to be here at 12 while we're at the event to take pictures of
all our stuff.
Raspberry...
Evans Estate,
formerly known as Raspberry Manor. Oh, we need to name the new estate.
The new Evans Estate.
Well,
estate?
Somebody gave me Evans Manor, and I like that.
I like Evans Estate, but whatever you want to do.
Well, I just like Evans
I'm not
Manor.
Fight over it.
I just like Evans Manor because it sounds like Wayne Manor.
Oh.
And it's a manor.
Well, we just call it the Batcave then.
Well, the office or the media room will be the Batcave.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is really important stuff we're talking about here. Really important stuff. All right.
Y'all say a little prayer for me because, even though I'm doing Q&A, I'm still a little nervous. So hopefully it'll be good.
Say your prayers, little one.
And please say a prayer that we sell this house very quickly.
This is going to sell quick.
Hey, we're still in the option period. We can still back out of the other one.
Hey, if any of y'all listening to the podcast want to buy this house, talk to our realtor. She'll hook you up. She will definitely hook you up. Just don't jump in my slingshot when you're touring the house.
Oh, my goodness. All right, honey. They've been warned.
You've been warned. All right. This was fun, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you, too.
Thank you for doing another podcast with me. And
Thanks for going to all the trouble of coming up with what we're talking about tonight.
I hope this continues, or I'd be very sad. What would I do Wednesday night?
I know, right? Next week, we're going to be on spring break.
Yeah,
are we going to do the podcast for spring break?
Yes, we will be doing a podcast from the beach.
Okay, that's the plan.
We have a portable Tascam DR680 Mark II recorder.
It's very fancy.
And we will be taking this little recorder down to the Texas Gulf.
Going to Galveston. I've never been to Galveston before.
Yeah, we're going to a beautiful, beautiful beach house for a week with the children.
Yeah, we have a friend there that is generously and graciously allowing us to use his beach house. And it's beautiful. I've never been to the beach there. I don't know if the weather's going to be really warm enough for us to go in the water. I don't know anything about it, but we're going to have fun with the kids and get out of town for a minute. But we're still going to be here. Despite the fact that we're going to be on spring break, we'll still have a hot, fresh episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' for you each and every week. Spring break included.
We're going to be down there, babe. We're going to be walking hand in hand.
Aww.
Love letters in the sand.
Aww.
I'll remember you every day and every night.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'll remember you.
Who sings that?
Skid Row.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't you remember that?
I don't know Skid Row. I remember I went to see them when they opened for Bon Jovi, and he cussed more than I was literally wincing. I'm like, what is happening? Sebastian Bach. I didn't know. Cussing? Just blankety, 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 blank. He cussed more than they sang.
More than like at a rap concert?
Well, I've been to so many of those. I just remember I was
Snoop Doggy
horrified
Dog.
that Bon Jovi asked them to open for them because that language was awful.
I never saw Skid Row.
Well, it was just a bunch of screaming and cussing.
Sebastian.
I'm surprised you even know any of the words.
Sebastian Bach is still. Is he still with us?
He's still alive. I remember he was a very pretty man. He had that long, flowing blonde hair, real sharp bone structure. He was a very pretty man with a potty mouth.
But then didn't he have a time there where he was going through some tough time? He turned into a very big man.
I don't remember. I didn't really follow Sebastian Bach's career path after that.
Yeah, he had a rough go there for a while. I think.
All have. We've all had a rough go, but we all come out the other side, hopefully.
Boy, that's a good one to end on there.
Yeah.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.